More champagne, Mr. Forte.
Welcome to another episode of BorderLaughs podcast, guys. Thanks for joining me. I am here on location in Austin, Texas, back home and on a home run stretch up until February. So we're the last week of January, and I have my special guest with me here, Mr. Ellis Aych.
Thank you.
And so, Ellis Aych is a comedian, guys. If you don't know, he's a comedian from Austin.
Yes, sir.
And if you guys know, first time joining us, guys, this is a podcast about comedy, culture, Comida. I'm your host, Josh Castro, and every month we do shows here at El Perritos restaurant, guys, here down on South Austin, Texas, guys, featuring some of the funniest comedians here in Austin, Texas, and the growing comedy capital of the world, guys. So we got a great list of comedians, and I got one of them here tonight with me. We've done so many shows together, guys.
Lovely.
So it's great to have Ellis here, and so I'm going to talk about more about Ellis. How did you get into comedy, man?
I was like, how did you get? Okay, bro. How did I get? Okay, I'm trying to think of this. Do you want the long answer, or you want the just short?
Whatever comes to you.
Okay, man. I hate when people be like, I've been funny my whole life. So you could say 31 years, but I'm like, no, motherfucker, when you start. So when I started, did my first open mic 2016, at Cap City. It was more so on a like we only got one life to live kind of situation.
Yeah.
Where I was like, all right, well, shit. I've always been told I was funny, and I just want to go ahead and do it. Went, did it, killed it first time. Like
so
Josh,
2016.
2016, yes, sir.
Interesting.
Right. So killed it the first time out, like destroyed it, like, but that was enough for me. Like, you know, people be like, oh man, like I did it, caught the bug, but it was like, did it? Now I don't have to worry about it because it was always like a nagging thing.
Yeah. And then you got it out of your system, basically.
Got it out of my system. Like I purged the shit, got it out of my system because I was fiending for a minute.
Yeah.
2 years later, got the same itch to do it again, but this time at like an open mic. And
so you just kind of went on through with it. You didn't even like practice a lot of open mics before that. You just kind of went straight into it.
yeah.
So you're more like a natural.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain it.
It's interesting. And you're born and raised here in Austin, right?
I'm from Louisiana.
Originally.
Born in Louisiana originally. Moved here when I was around 5 or 6.
Well,
so
you're
I'm from here.
Yeah. You're an Austinite, bro. And that's one of the things that always intrigues me about Austin. I mean, comedians actually from Austin or have been here the longest. I've been here since 2012, and I've seen a lot of comics come through, man. And I've never seen, and I don't remember you specifically back in 2016, but at the same time, I was out and doing a lot of other stuff too. I wasn't doing a lot of stuff here in Austin, so it's interesting. I know there's a lot of good comics that come from Austin that don't get a lot of recognition, and I think you're the one of the ones that got recognition, like out of Texas locals. On Kill Tony. Talk about that.
Okay, Kill Tony. Let's see. Where I'm trying to think. Okay, I'm just trying to see.
Let's go. Talk about your first episode. First episode. Yeah.
Okay, so first episode, right?
Yeah.
Did not know what Kill Tony was at all. I just came back from San Marcos, and I wanted to get into a comedy scene. So I was like, let's go ahead and hit a mic. So I kept hearing about Kill Tony. This is like 2021.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is Kill Tony?
Yeah.
They're like, Kill Tony, you don't know what Kill Tony is. Kill Tony's the best shit on the planet. Yeah. You get on there. But then I heard a lot of mixed reviews and shit.
Yeah.
Because like people would tell me, hey man, it's hard as fuck to be on Kill Tony. But the people who was telling me that shit were like, I don't know how to explain it. Just I saw their set, so I knew why he didn't like their shit.
Right.
A lot of people was giving me negative, whatever, and I said, man, I'll get and rock the bitch.
You're already confident, like,
bro,
fuck that shit.
Yeah, bro. So it's like I'm in line, and I promise you, this is the God knows truth.
Yeah.
The first time I sign up, I get on first time, sign up for the first time, get up. if I did not ever get up, if I never got like signed up or I never got called up, I would have never signed up again.
Wow.
So anyway, I go on.
You already had made that conscious decision about just not continuing after you just didn't get picked.
Yeah, or not continuing to kill Tony because I was gonna do stand up, but I was just like I don't like to buy into hype. Like Josh, people hype shit up to a high degree, or talk shit, and it's like if I don't get on this shit, then I'm just not gonna do it.
Right.
Got on it. Blitzed it up, lit it up. Like just Tony took a liking to me. I think,
as you guys know, we do the comedy culture Comida, and we do our food review. This is the first time Ellis is trying Perritos drowned tacos. So we're gonna do a quick review, guys, and we'll let you know what you think.
Oh shit! Oh, she wet. You weren't lying about drowning.
Yeah.
And drowning specifically El Paso. It's good. It's hot.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Let it cool.
Yeah, I was like, shit, I'm about to. It's good, man.
And what'd you think? What would you think about?
Oh man, drowned tacos. Which camera can I? The
right.
Yeah, you're right. El Perritos. Perritos? You know, I got a little, you know, Ice, you know, a little Spanish. It's so good. I mean, it's the shell of it is crispy, but then you would think it would not be as crispy because of the sauce. However, it complements it, like the flavors and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like I'm sorry, I watch a lot of food. The mouthfeels are crazy.
This is your opportunity to shine from food review. You know?
Man, and the meat is good. It's nice and seasoned in every bite. This is like perfect drunk food. This is what you get when you fuck. You can't even say your name.
That's exactly what it was for growing up, bro. Like
you take a bite of a drum thing, your ass. I know motherfuckers look Chinese eating this motherfucker. They said, excuse me, son.
So you got on Kill Tony, and you started in 2016. So you're kind of still kind of new, right? You consider yourself new, like a brand new comic, or you feel like you're seasoned?
I don't know, man. Because it's like every day's a journey, and I feel like I'm new to some people, and I'm OG. Somebody called me an OG the other day.
OG.
I said OG. Wow. You know, there was this old guy at a show. Seen me gray and all in his beard. He goes, "I look up to you." I said, "Nigga, what?" Appreciate it, but I mean, I don't know. It's like I know. I feel like what is this? 16, 17? Like, how many years is that? 16. Oh, that's almost 11, 10. No, 9 years or something like that. 9. Yeah, it's like 9 years. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah,
it's fine. I don't know. To answer your question, I don't feel young, but I don't feel old.
Right. You're like right there.
Like right there in the middle. It's like I'm a journeyman. I could tell you some shit, but there's still some shit I'm learning, you know? And, you know, there's some shows that, like, I'll be like, because people like to say, like, well, if you get on a show, that's good. It's just practice. It's practice. But it's like, after a while, it's like, I don't know.
It's time to step up.
One dude got me on a show. I was so mad because it was not like how I thought it would be. And he goes, well, at least, you know, silver lining, you get to get... I'm like, come on, dude. I don't know. But also, it's kind of like...
Well, you're talking about the business side to it.
Yeah, the business.
Yeah, definitely. That's an experience that a lot of comics don't have.
Yeah.
It takes a while to learn. Because what we're trying to do is monetize our craft.
For sure.
And the best way I can do it is break it down into minutes. You know what I mean? And,
right.
How much are you getting paid for? You know what I mean? Like when I produce shows, when I'm asked to do a show.
Yeah.
And it depends on what you want.
Right.
You know, you want a fully produced show, you need equipment.
Yeah.
Do I need to book people? You You know what I mean? Talent-wise. How much experience are you looking for? You know what I mean?
For sure.
How much are you willing to pay out? And that's what I take into factor.
It's all different variables. Whereas like the newer comics will be like, well, it's the you want to be on the show or not? But it's like, nigga, there's a lot to factors in it.
So I feel like you're at the point where you're being a little bit more selective on your gigs that you're taking.
Oh, for sure. Like, you have to be, Josh. Like, in this line of work, I don't need to tell you, people will give you whatever you will take.
Exactly.
And I'm getting a little bit more selective. And I think I burnt the bridge with a booker, which I hope not.
Sometimes it happens.
It was funny because he's just, I've headlined before, and I told him I'm tired of like doing the featured act. I've been working with him for, hell, at this point, 3 years. Do good work. I've co-headlined, and I said, hey, I think it's time for me to headline. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know braggadocious shit.
Right.
But it was just more so, I was tripping. I was like, what the fuck?
No.
And I don't know braggadocious. It's just, Josh, this is the only job where there is no built-in hours you've hit and now it's time for a raise type shit.
Right.
There is no such thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can spend your whole life spinning your wheels until you decide, like, hey, this is what I'm working, this is what I want. And yeah.
It's just about that time. And I think it took me a while too to realize that myself, like knowing myself for it.
For sure.
You know? But that didn't come right away because, you know, and it also like takes a little bit of more self-awareness, you know, like how, you know, where are you at? Where is your goals in comedy right now? Like, are you where you want to be? You know what I mean? And if you're not, what are you doing to make those goals happen? To make those things happen?
Right.
And so me, this year I'm trying to take a better approach about like, you know, trying to reach out more, you know, and try to, you know, be a little bit more in tune with the scene here because I book out of town mostly.
Yeah.
And a lot of cats that never really heard of me inside of Austin, and like I'm here. We've been here for like 12 years. You know what I mean? So to me, it feels a little weird and awkward, but I get it. You know, it's like any other city. You know, you go to a town, nobody knows you. You got to prove yourself, and nobody knows. And you won't be able to tell until you actually go on stage and you see people perform in front of the lions and the beasts. And so that's what I've been fortunate to do. My goal is to try to be seen. At this point, try to be seen. And trying to be at least discovered in some type of way where you know, if I'm not, you know, one of the best, I'm around some of the best. You know what I mean? Sure. So I just keep myself very self-aware on that and try to capitalize on those opportunities given and be ready.
Yeah, for sure. Know? That's the part.
Be ready, right? Like a champ fighter waiting on the side of the ring, like looking for the next opportunity.
Hey, hold up, hey, Canelo, hey, calmate, better. You gotta be there.
So we had a show. So we got on Kill Tony, and we go back to the what you were talking about as far as, you know, people hyping you up as far as you got to get on Kill Tony, you got to get on Kill Tony, and then you got on. So,
right. Well, so. Like, just to fix it up, no one was like hyping me up, right? Because I'm virtually like unknown. I'm just performing here and there, and I heard the name, and I was like, "What is it?" And they told me. So they were like, "It's a waste of time. Don't even do it." You know. And then, you know, my first time was fucking fabulous. I mean, Tony fucked with me, Red Band fucked with me. The host at the time, Kim Compton and Amy Weinstein or whatever, they like I got on the Secret Show, and then I opened up for them at Creek in the Cave, and somebody was like, "That's a double win. That's like unheard of." And I'm like, "Yeah, for you, motherfucker."
And so do you? So how long ago was that? That was about what? Maybe about like 3 years ago.
3 years ago, yeah. So and then my second time was when I became a regular.
Yeah.
And that was the beginning of 2022. Yeah.
And so, do they call you still often, or they like still keep in touch? Or
I mean, my thing is like I'm not actively reaching out. Like these people are like individuals who are busy, got their own shit. Yeah. And it's like it's almost like if you reach out, they will communicate. But if you don't reach out, and I'm not reaching out for anything other than like I think a lot of times for me, and this might be stupid on my end, but fuck it, let's go.
Well, we're being real though. That's the thing. We're figuring it out.
Like Josh, my thing is like, I want people to fuck with me and not the machine that's on my back.
Got you. Now, that makes sense.
That's what I'm saying, because it's like at a certain point, you know, I've heard inside conversations where like things were not as good as they were just because of simply they thought systems were in place that weren't in place for them, and it wasn't necessarily them, it was something else. And it's like, well, why are you depending on something else rather than your own merit? And I'm grateful for Kill Tony, and I'm thankful for Tony, Red Band, and everything in my experience on Kill Tony. But ultimately, I want to come up off my own name, and that's the hardest thing in the world.
Bro, that's what Josh and comedy, man.
For
the BorderLaughs comedy.
Man.
That's what I'm trying to do, is make my own way, and I think that's the most valiant approach, because you know I've noticed, because I've been on it twice, right?
Right, sure.
And I don't know if anybody's seen my videos. I'm gonna do a podcast video about it this year. I know I keep talking about it, but this time I'm really gonna do it.
You was on there twice?
I was on there twice.
I'm trying to think. Were you at was it Vulcan or was it Mothership?
One was Vulcan, one was Mothership.
How did you do both times?
Well, the first time I did okay. I didn't do as well as I thought I was gonna, and the joke didn't hit as I thought it was.
Yeah.
But the interview was decent. You know, it wasn't that that horrible.
Right.
Got a little book out of it. It was fun. Experience. I think I did it more just to experience, like, what is this about? Because I was the same way you were.
Right.
Like I'm curious. What is this? You know, so I didn't know what it was about or structure. I don't really follow it. To this day, I don't follow it.
Yeah.
And I think that's also hindered me on the second time I got on, because the second time I got on, I didn't have that strong of a punchline.
Yeah.
And so it fell flat, and then the interview was actually better. So I actually had better interviews than I did sets.
Okay.
But at the same time, like, everybody's like, don't read the comments. And you can't help but read the comments. And that's funny, because I like, and that's what I'm going to point out in my video.
I got a story for you.
Yeah, bro, and that's what I keep, like, when I see your name come up, and I see other people that I know that are hardworking, and they just blend these. Where's Ellis Aych? Where's all this? Where did he go? Oh, Tony dropped, like, all these, like, people making up their own stories. And like,
he died.
Yeah.
At Amazon. That nigga died delivering boxes. I'm like, damn, my nigga, I look like Craig. You got fucking niggas. Bitch.
And it's so interesting, just like the comments on that people make on those type of platforms, and and it makes sense, because I mean, ultimately you want to establish your own name. You don't want to just be known as a Kill Tony guy, and that makes total sense. And it's not like and all these negative comments about people is like, oh, he fell off, or he doesn't have that. He's not that funny, and I was like, dude, he's hilarious.
Hey, thank you, bro.
That's the thing. That's the thing, and we're all working here. That's the problem, is that people don't understand. This is a working job. This is a never-ending process.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Especially if you want to make this a long-term goal. You know what I mean? You want to put food on your table. This is what you got to do. You got to work. And so that's part of the process. So I think Kill Tony a little, like, kind of hinders a little bit, but I mean, also you see the benefits of it.
Right.
So it's like, there's no hard feelings on that, and people, have good stuff. I actually received positive comments versus negative.
Yeah.
Like, people actually like, I really like that joke, and I was like, oh, cool. I don't know who you are, but that's cool. And that's always rewarding and stuff. And have you had a lot of tell me about your negative experiences. And versus the positive.
Oh man!
I want to both sides.
Both sides. Okay, let me see. I mean, I'll start with the good and then give you the bad, because I know niggas just want to hear that fucking mean shit. So the good shit was, you had people all over the world. Man, we're believing in you. We're rooting for you. Man, this is great. Whatever. Da 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 da. But but human beings, man, we got a way of keeping, like, if we can kill something so hard, and 20 people say you're awesome, the one motherfucker, or the two motherfuckers who said it is like, so my first time was fabulous, second time was great, but then, like, third time, it was just a wreck. It was just people talking crazy.
Yeah, really.
But it's not even, bro. It's not even like. It's not like no regular shit. It's not. They hit you up like after business hours, hating on you, like 3 in the morning.
Are you?
Nigga, you suck. Go die. I'm like, bitch, it's 3 in the morning. Go to sleep, you hate ass motherfucker.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know your mom works at the post office. Bitch, what are you looking for my mom?
What are you saying?
Yeah.
It got that deep.
And it got deep, and people are so. But it's just almost like, but bro, that's human beings, though, right? It's like if you have any modicum of like success or popularity, regardless of whether you're a restaurant or a store or whatever, bro, like. People like the negativity. They eat that shit up, but it's almost like you put niggas on pedestals just to knock them off.
Right.
Like if you notice, all of the Kill Tony Reddit, if you even fuck with Reddit, it's all about how these motherfuckers fell off. But these are the same people you at one point championed. So it came to me at a certain point, like, oh, I can't listen to the good shit or the bad shit because they'll change on you just as quickly. Like at the drop of a hat. So, but I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for that. Because if you have like, bro, like Josh, there was a whole Reddit page shitting on me. I read that shit for 3 hours. Read that shit, just reading it, fucked up in my room, fucked up, head on the cover. He's not that funny. I'm like, nigga, I am funny. And then my girl like, stop looking. I'm like, shut up. I'm looking for one good comment, and it's just for me. But that fortifies your mind. Right. That fortifies, because Josh, imagine you wanted to do something, and everybody telling you suck. But then it's like, are you gonna just quit because of them, or are you gonna keep going? Bet your ass you're gonna keep going.
Right.
So
and that's words of encouragement that I would love to share. And hopefully, if anybody who's watching this podcast now can take that from a comic who's experienced and have gone through the shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's great advice, bro.
Oh, yeah,
that's great advice because it's true. You have to fortify your mind and let those small negative comments or those small negative issues that are plaguing other comments like, why is this happening or why is that? It's so negative, bro.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be there. So
it's gonna as long as there's people, there will always be a hating ass comment. As long as the internet exists, you will. I don't care if you gave this shit up and sold ice cream. Bet you fucking dummy. This ice cream sucks. What the fuck? Like,
bro. It's just so much stuff. Even like when I'm working here at the restaurant, like one small thing that you do not do or do. Then like somebody on like will do like 1 star. I only got 1 guacamole on my taco, and it's like really, it's like imagine comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
This is a restaurant. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like it's just so much negative. And you're right. People just thrive off of that stuff, and it's unfortunate. But I think you as a comic have been able to like weave through all that. Been able to like navigate your career and path through it and been so positive, bro. I have never seen such a most positive, most humble person doing comedy right now, other than Ellis right now. So.
Hey, thank you, man. That means a lot. It really does. Thank you.
And those are the guys. These are the guys I try to gravitate to my shows, guys. These are guys that I take on the road with me, and I think there's something special with them. And hopefully, if he shines, I shine, we shine together, and we can make something out of it, man. And so he's doing really great, and really great to showcase some great comedians coming out of Austin, especially locals too here that is well known and native to Texas. So half Texas, but
right. You
still count
for sure.
So right now you got a couple shows coming up. Do you have anything going on regarding shows?
Okay, well. First and foremost, me and Josh are taking over damn South Texas 956 Turo Pinche. Let me see.
We're gonna be hitting up Grand Isla March 27th.
Oh yeah, I was looking up my dates.
And then March 28th and 29th we'll be at Corpus Christi, Texas at Mesquite Comedy Club, guys. So I'm gonna name it the Gulf of America tour.
Gulf of America tour. I love that because Trump changed that shit. Trump is fucking me. You know, I was supposed to work for the IRS and that nigga put a free.
Tell me about that. Tell me that story. Let the people know, man.
Oh man. So comedy, you know, you gotta have a fucking day job in the daytime. So I got fired from Amazon. I got caught stealing boxes or whatever.
What? How do you get caught stealing boxes?
Nah, I just fucking niggas be saying I'm Ice Cube and shit. But
how do you get fired on your day off?
No, they let me work the whole motherfucking day, then fired me. I said y'all knew y'all.
I hate when they do that shit.
I be like, y'all niggas knew from the moment I came in. I was from the chipper. I said, hey, Julie and HR, hi. Bitch fucking fired me. But anyway, it was like, okay. But the trick was, I had a job at the IRS. I was just waiting to fucking, you know, fucking say I quit, but they fired me, so fuck it. But I had another lined up opportunity. IRS come. Your start date is February 10th, 2025. I said, perfect. They give me 2 weeks to fuck around. And then Trump got elected. They said, we're rescinding your offer. I said, no.
Are you serious?
We're rescinding your offer, and we wish you the best in all your endeavors. So I'm currently unemployed, but that's okay.
We're gonna be all right, man.
We're gonna be all right.
We're gonna be all right. Oh man, we're gonna be fucked. Actually, that's what's gonna happen. Well, we're gonna do the best we can with comedy, man. Hopefully, we make a little bit of money on the road. We get a little bit of merch out there. We put your name out there. Flo Hernandez will be on the road with us. Shout out to homie Flo. Big things happening with him as well. He actually got picked up by an agency, and he's going to be taking off pretty soon. So I'm very fortunate that he's going to be taking me on the road. So hopefully I'll be out and about. And I'm very blessed to have every weekend in February booked. So I am very blessed for that. And coming up in March, that's when we have our gigs.
Oh, hell yeah.
But I had you booked for this show here at Perritos, but we had to cancel because of bad weather. It was really bad weather. Nobody showed up. So hopefully next time, guys, if you're at El Perritos, come on by. I have posters up on the restaurants if you guys want to check out. Our next show is going to be February 22nd, 2025 at 10 p.m., guys. So come check us out. Every month we're going to have El Perritos showcasing the funniest comics in Austin, guys. So come check us out. And so if people wanted to check you out online, where would they find you?
You can find me at IG Ellis ELLIS _AYCH. Same thing for TikTok as well. And I got a YouTube channel. You know, we out here. We just do shit.
And so one thing I wanted to ask you too, your last name H.
H, like the letter.
Yeah. So is it African descent?
I don't know what the fuck.
You don't know what it is?
You know what's crazy? I had a teacher that was like, maybe, so hear me out. And they couldn't spell it, so they broke down. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You mean to tell me slaves understand H and could break it down phonetically, right? That's so fucking complicated, motherfucker. Don't mind my people like that.
She's trying to make your history.
I was like, that's just like a
Jedi mind trick.
Just like we're in mixed company. But that's interesting.
All right, guys. Well, this has been another episode of BorderLaughs podcast. Again, check us on February 22nd, and along March 22nd too. We're gonna have my birthday showcase here at El Perrito. Come check us out, South Austin, Texas. You know where to find us. And again, thank you for Ellis for joining me today. And we did our food review, comedy, culture, comida. If you like this episode, please like and subscribe, guys. I'm going to have a great couple of episodes coming out. Thank you so much. Atewacho.